Morning. It's Sunday, September 13th, and it's getting close to the end. We're going to do some cleanup in the garden this week. A lot of cleanup, matter of fact. We have a ton of cherry tomatoes and a ton of yellow pear tomatoes still on the vine. These things are dying quickly, but we got to get as many off as we possibly can. Going to be pulling a lot of cherry tomatoes off before they're even ripe. Going to do the kind of just the window ripening, and I want to show you, I don't know if I've ever really showed you guys, but I've mentioned that we just did peppers this year for the first time. We've actually been very successful at them, and I want to show you some of the stuff that we got. Look at these. This one needs to come off. Right here, see when you get pepper stretch marks? They're not really stretch marks, but I just call them that. They start getting hard, kind of like jalapenos, and a lot of peppers will start doing those white lines. You want to pull them off before that starts to happen. Even if they're not totally turned or the color that you think they're supposed to be, when they start doing that, I normally pull them off the vine. But we got a huge amount of peppers. So we've been dehydrating a ton of our jalapenos and a ton of our red and yellow and orange peppers. We just can't go through them all. Ones we can't give away, we just stick them in the food, cut them up, pull the seeds, and kind of clean out the pith area and stuff, and we will take them and put them in the food dehydrator. And these little Carmens, get them as dehydrated as we possibly can. We'll make two mixes. We take an old coffee grinder and we'll put them in there and turn one batch kind of like into a powder, like a really fine powder to where you can sprinkle on salsa. You can sprinkle on anything, actually. And then a coarsely ground one, which will be jalapenos and bell peppers and things like that. So it has really, really pretty contrasting colors in there. So you have the greens and the reds and the yellows. But we've been doing a lot of that lately. So yeah, peppers are looking unbelievable this year. Can't even, I just didn't expect this. I did a little experiment at the beginning of the year, pruning. Watched a couple videos on YouTube about pruning your peppers to get a larger crop. No, I'm sorry, it's these two. And I don't know. I don't notice any more yield than I did off the ones I did not prune. What did happen though is the ones that got pruned were shorter and they just kind of bushed out to the left and right. The other ones that didn't get pruned grew tall and had still a lot of fruit on. Like, look at this. I can't even believe it. Look at the size of this pepper, man. And that's 100% as organic as you can possibly get. No chemicals, no nothing. Like, this just proves that this can be done, right? On a large scale, I can completely understand. Well, I can understand, I don't accept it, but why farmers do what they do, because at a larger scale, that bug population starts to multiply exponentially, and you've got to do something. But I really enjoy the fact that we don't, and take pride in the fact that we don't do anything of that sort, chemicals or anything. And we put like a very organic fertilizer down when we do that, blood feather and a couple other things. But yeah, peppers looking awesome. Carmens over there are looking really great. Can't wait to plant those again next year. They're huge. They can get up to like 8 inches long, and they're really compact. They're not as wide as a green pepper. Here, I'll show you one. I've shown them before, but these turn completely red, this variety. Look how big they are. Well, that's even a small one. We're coming to the ends. Look at all the buds still on here, though. Still a ton of buds. Like, we might actually get some stuff flowering. Look at that. It's a female. New ones, I just wish we had the heat. Like, I'm just not sure that these things will come to full size without the sun and heat, and we're not going to get that anymore for the rest of the season. The mini green peppers that we had, or yellow peppers, red peppers, miniature size, will not be growing those next year. Not because I didn't enjoy it, it's just it wasn't worth it. Like, to get what you want out of it is not worth it. You get a ton of them, and they're gorgeous, right? Look at that. Look at that deep red color. It's really cool. But they're that little. They get this big, and you got to clean them out. There's really nothing much to them. So it's a lot of work for not a lot of pay. The juice is not worth the squeeze. So we'll probably skip those next year. But the Tabasco, look at these bad boys. Look at that. This one's actually fallen over. I should have staked it up a long time ago, but it's still doing okay. It's not out of the ground. Tabasco, real funny, because, you know, I've been told they're okay at this green stage, but I also know that at the red stage is where you're going to get all that stage right there. It's where you can get all the flavor and everything. So what we've been doing is we pull the red ones and we pull the deep orange ones like that. Let me see. Deep orange. Let's see if I can get a good color on there. Yeah, that deep orange color there. We've been pulling them off, taking them home, putting them in a Ziploc bag and sticking them in the freezer so that we have a ton. So the game plan is to get as many of these together in that one color, or those two variety of colors, that deep orange and that red, before they get too ripe, because they don't ripen all at the same time, which is a pain in the butt. And we've seen a couple good recipes online for Tabasco sauce, so we will be trying that. Now, I have no tolerance for heat whatsoever, so I will be making it and probably giving it to somebody, or trading it for something, who knows. But hey, it's all about the experience, and there are a lot. There are only 3 plants here, and look at all these little peppers. Just nuts. This thing's done great. What else? Oh yeah, go look at our basil, which is all dead. I'm so bummed about this because it was just doing so well for so long. I don't know what happened, but it's just done. Like, there's nothing even worth saving. I'm just going to probably pull this out, toss it over the fence, and let nature run its course with it. Same thing with the orange currants. Absolutely love these. They are so cool looking. But picking them, I feel like I wasted so much energy picking all of these orange currants. And still, look at it. It's like unbelievable. You can't even keep up with this. If somebody wanted to come pick all these, like, hey man, you spend half an hour to an hour picking these things and not even put a dent in it. Part of the issue, obviously, is that I did not string them up or stake them up. Totally my bad. It probably would have been easier, just like I say with some of the other stuff, like my cages were not tall enough for what I ended up with this year. I did not expect what I got this year. I couldn't even be happier, but literally overwhelming. And of course the fact that, like, me and John and Jennifer, like, no way we can keep up with 84 tomato plants, but we did. We kept up really well. It's just now it's like kind of things are all coming ripe at once. We're trying to get as much stuff as we off there. We can't break down enough sauce, run out of room in the freezer. And yeah, so you kind of gets to that point, right? It's critical mass right now. And God, I feel like I'm just jumping from subject to subject. But yeah, everything, these currants I was just talking about, apparently I have ADD today. I'm going to pull them out. Like, I think I'm done with it. I might pull them out the root, clean this up, get this looking nice, and I'll save as much of it as I can, but I think I'm going to clean this area out today. And if I don't, I'll do it this week. I talk a big game, but who knows what I get to half the time. Yeah, man, look at this. And then it rained last night, so again, we're going to have cherry tomatoes explode. Just look at all this. Just needs to get all cleaned up. And these plants have a ton of stuff and a ton of fruit still on them, but they need to get, yeah, this cold weather really sucks. Total bummer. But they're still doing very well. It's amazing. Every day I come out here, I got to pull more and more stuff off. Look at our hops. I don't even think that I have not seen, this is year 2 for the hops, so I was told that we should have got some, but I don't see any. I don't see any buds or nothing on it, which is a real big bummer. We'll see what happens next year. But yeah, I feel like I'm spending 90% of my time rating my cages, making sure everything's stood up and doing well. Ugh. Love people who drive through. I swear people just drive through here sometimes just to try and grab shit that's not theirs. But anyway, indigos, like, they haven't ripened up. Got a ton on here, but still need to be ripened. Oh, all right. What do we got going on else today? Not a ton. I'll bring some more bags of leaves out. I'll clean up a little bit. This guy's stuff, just a disaster. Yeah. I am going to do some major cleanup this week. Get rid of some of these bags that we got. Drop some more grass clippings on here. Oh, Tiny Tim's. I'm just yanking these out. Every person, I've separated these, and every person that I've given these to hates them. They all say there's no flavor to them, the skins are hard, and nobody wants to have anything to do with them because they don't taste well. So I'm just going to pitch them. Let the animals eat them. Let the birds come get them. Which is another thing I want to mention is that we had, last video, this whole area was full of cherry tomatoes that were literally just sitting here in the grass that popped that I was throwing over, and they're all gone. Like the birds came got them, or the animals came got them. I don't know what happened to them, but they're all gone. I wish I could put up like a trail cam over here. But here's what I've grabbed so far today. Yeah, the shadow. So I got pink oxheart up there, some azoichka, some, what are those? Chadwick cherries, and then there's some sunrays at the bottom there. Those Chadwick cherry bushes, or trees, plants, whatever, are doing awesome. I have a ton of oxhearts and Amish paste that I'm going to be pulling off here in the next couple days. Go to window ripening. But other than that, everything's doing phenomenal. And we will catch you guys later.